Hi everyone, Amy here with amyswares, and today I have an interactive snarky card. Now I have this Nordic Christmas, it doesn't necessarily have to be Christmas, stencil here. This is an older stencil from A Colorful Life Designs, and I have my binder of critters. Now here's a photo of the finished card to show you the direction that we're headed, but I'm going in a little bit of a different order. Rather than kind of starting with the background like I normally would, I'm starting with the idea that I want for the background, but I'm not picking the colors until I pick my critter first. So this is my binder system for my critters. So these are stamped and colored or stamped and die cut. As you probably know, I have one for my sentiments, and I have another one for sentiment strips and like Christmas and holiday sentiments. So I have 3 of these binders. These are all baseball card pocket protector sheets. And I'm picking out a critter first, and then I'm going to base the colors of the card and the stenciling around that. So I found this adorable little dragon. Sadly, I think he's discontinued. If it's still available, I will link it below, but it's one of the little grumpling stamps from Tailored Expressions, which are so funny to me. I have my makeshift workstation here. This is a card making turntable. I have 2 colors here. I have Be Mine and Flirty Fuchsia. Those are the 2 colors that I'm using, and I'm just going to basically ink blend a strip diagonally down this card panel. This is 120-pound accent opaque. It's US A2 size, 4¼ inches by 5½. Going heavier handed in the center and then a little bit lighter handed as I reach out towards the corners, just to get a little bit of a lighter pink to match the belly of that dragon that I had Copic colored previously. Now I'm going to come in with a little bit of the Flirty Fuchsia down the center strip, just to add to that depth of color, but otherwise it's mainly just that Be Mine pink color. And that's going to create the background for this funny snarky card. Now I don't know entirely what direction I'm going to head or what sentiment I'm going to use, but based on the little funny grumpling, I'm pretty much have it in my mind that I'm going to go snarky. So let me pull back the stencil and reveal this gorgeous design here. Now you could absolutely do this right on a card base if you wanted. I'm just working on a panel to start. I was thinking initially putting him down in the lower right, but I think at this point is when I decided I wanted to put him on an action wobbler. So when I'm done throwing stuff around, I'm gonna tape this panel down directly to a card base that's more accent opaque. So it's a 120-pound accent opaque for both the panel and the card base, so it's nice and sturdy. I'm gonna put that down, and then I have these little small action wobbles. Now, if you aren't familiar, these are like a little spring, and there's adhesive on both sides. So there's like a plasticky side and like a clear sticky side. One side goes down onto your card and one side goes down onto your critter, and it creates the funnest kind of wobbly movement. Now I have these simple strips, which is snarky. This is from Tailored Expressions. Both the stamp as well as the containers are all from there. I'll link everything below. It's such a genius system. You basically stamp a bunch of sentiments with one big rubber stamp, and then you have a coordinating die that works with a bunch of different stamps in the shop, and you get all these ready to go. So I'm picking out a couple based on the color. I was thinking initially of doing the black just because that tends to be my go-to, but I thought, I got so many other colors in here. I could do pink, I could do green, so I might as well use the colors that are a little bit harder to use up. So that was kind of my thought process there. I just have them stamped and die cut out. It's such a genius system. If you aren't familiar, I do encourage you to check it out. It's just so time saving having a system like this. So I'm going to pick out one for the inside and one for the outside here. Again, I'm just being a little bit fiddly. I got blue, I got green. There's actually multiple options I could have gone with. I did end up going with the green. Let me know in the comments if you think I should have done pink or blue or black or green, or if you think I went with the right one. But you do get this little tray. It holds all the sentiments that you would have in one of the stamps. I think there's like, I'm trying to remember, there's like 18 and then there's 20 slots, or maybe there's 18 slots and you get 16 stamps. I can't remember. Either way, I have so many of these sets. Now this, oh, I made a mistake right off the bat. First of all, I started ink blending on the wrong side. Second of all, I should have been a little bit more careful because the stencil is kind of separated in strips and I didn't realize that, so it shifted around on me a little bit. It's not the greatest ink blending. I was just kind of rushing, I think. So I was able to use my sand eraser and get rid of some of the smudges. And then I was able to strategically place the inside sentiment over kind of where I messed it up there so it wasn't as visible. So take your time with that and this particular stencil because it moves around a little bit more than you'd think. Maybe put it back down on whatever you do your ink blending on. Or just don't come at it like a lumberjack like me, and then you'll probably be fine. But I'm going to liquid glue this down and again cover up some of my mistake. And it was just a fun way to add that design onto the inside of the card with some more subtle ink blending. I just used residual ink. Then I'm just going to remove this backer. I can't ever remember the correct way to do it, whether you're supposed to have the plastic hard piece down on the back of your critter or if that part goes down on the card. I can never remember. Either way, it'll work either way. I think there's probably a way you're supposed to do it. If I did it wrong, please let me know in the comments. The timing of the film is kind of interesting. It moves really fast. It looks like it's kind of slowly moving, but it really does kind of bounce all around. So these are such a fun thing to have in your crafty stash. Obviously, this card would probably be more for an adult, which is totally fine. I mean, adults can appreciate critter cards too, but these are also really fun for kid cards if you're making kid birthday cards to add this extra little interactive element with the action wobble. So if I can find those, I will try and link those below with all the other products that I used. If you do shop for anything at Colorful Life Designs, be sure to use my coupon AmyFan10 at checkout and you'll save 10% on your complete order. That also applies for this amazing card bling that you see here. There are over 100 colors in the shop now of this fabulous card bling. It's one of my favorite things. I'm just picking through. There's so many green ones in the shop now to figure out which one of the greens I want to use. I could have used pink. I could have done teal. So many colors. I did ultimately end up going with a green. I don't remember which one right off the top of my head. I think I will show you in a moment what one I did go with. But I'm just kind of holding them right up to the little critter and to my sentiment strip to figure out which one looks best. I think I narrowed it down to a couple and then ultimately one of them, let's see, the suspense is killing me. I honestly don't remember. Oh, okay, Crystal Metallic Chameleon. Ooh, this is one of the newest ones. So, yeah, I put that down in a smattering, 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, and there's that fun action wobble, and I have the sarcasm is my love language on the inside of the card. So, probably could get worse, and then sarcasm is my love language, and there you can see. Now, it won't have that much dimension. You can press it down when you put it in the envelope, so it will ship just fine. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing, and I will catch you next time. Bye.